Welcome to my story time by mybooksummary.com. Get ready for quick wisdom of countless stories and explore. The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. The world of Panem is no place for the weak. It is a land built on suffering, where power belongs to a privileged few and the rest of the population is nothing more than a tool for labor and entertainment. In this bleak dystopia, a cruel event called the Hunger Games ensures that no one ever forgets who is in charge. At the heart of this brutal world is Katniss Everdeen, a 16-year-old girl from District 12, the poorest district in Panem. She has spent most of her life fighting to survive, hunting illegally in the woods to feed her family, never expecting to become anything more than another struggling citizen. But when the unthinkable happens, when her younger sister Prim is chosen for the games, Katniss makes a decision that will change everything. She volunteers as tribute, stepping forward to take Prim's place. In an instant, she is no longer just a girl from District 12. She is a competitor in a death match where only one can survive. As Katniss is swept into the horrors of the capital, the ruthless strategies of the arena, and the tangled web of politics and rebellion, she realizes that the Hunger Games are about far more than just survival. They are about control, about spectacle, about keeping the districts afraid. But what the capital doesn't know is that Katniss Everdeen is not so easy to control. Life in District 12, a struggle for survival. To understand Katniss, you first have to understand District 12. Located in the ruins of what was once North America, Panem is divided into 12 districts, each forced to serve the wealthy and powerful capital. District 12 is responsible for coal mining, but the people who work in the mines are barely given enough to live on. Hunger, sickness, and early death are everyday realities. The only ones who live even slightly better are the merchants, who run small businesses in the district's marketplace, called the Hob. Katniss's father was a miner, but an explosion took his life when she was just a child. His death shattered her mother, sending her into a deep depression that left Katniss and Prim to fend for themselves. Katniss learned to hunt beyond the district's borders, slipping through the fence and into the woods where she could catch rabbits, squirrels, and birds with her bow and arrow. Illegal, yes. Dangerous, definitely. But necessary. Without her hunting skills, they would have starved long ago. She isn't alone in this struggle. Her best friend, Gale Hawthorne, also hunts to provide for his family. Together, they navigate the harshness of their world, dreaming, though never really believing, that one day, things might be different. But hope is a luxury in District 12. And on Reaping Day, hope is nowhere to be found. The Reaping, a name that changes everything. Every year, the capital reminds the districts who is in charge by forcing them to participate in the Hunger Games. 2 tributes, a boy and a girl, are chosen from each district through a random lottery. 24 tributes enter the arena. Only one comes out alive. For years, Katniss has feared Prim's name being drawn. The odds should be in her favor. Her name is only in the lottery once. Meanwhile, Katniss's name has been entered multiple times because she had to take out tesserae, extra entries in exchange for food rations. But fate is cruel. When the name is called, it is not Katniss's. It is Prim's. For a moment, everything stops. Prim, delicate and only 12 years old, will not survive a day in the games. Katniss doesn't think. She doesn't hesitate. She steps forward and screams the words that will change her life forever. I volunteer as tribute. In the history of District 12, no one has ever volunteered before. The crowd is silent, shocked, horrified. And just like that, Katniss Everdeen is no longer just a girl from District 12. She is a tribute, a contestant in the Hunger Games. Alongside her, the boy tribute is chosen, Peeta Mellark, the baker's son. The same boy who once, years ago, saved her life. The boy with the bread, Peeta Mellark. Katniss doesn't know Peeta well, but she remembers one moment clearly. It was a bitterly cold day, and she had been starving, desperate to find food for her family. She had searched the trash behind the bakery, but there was nothing. Then suddenly, Peeta had burned 2 loaves of bread on purpose, knowing that his mother would punish him for wasting food. And instead of letting them go to waste, he had thrown them toward Katniss, pretending it was an accident. It was the first time anyone had ever helped her without expecting something in return. Now, years later, they are both thrust into the games together. As they are taken away from District 12, Katniss barely has time to say goodbye. She hugs Prim, promising to try to survive. But deep down, she knows survival is unlikely. Welcome to the capital, a world of excess and lies. The train ride to the capital is luxurious beyond imagination. The food is rich and plentiful, the beds are soft, and the capital itself is a glittering, futuristic nightmare. Everything is excessive. The people are covered in brightly colored wigs, bizarre fashion, and grotesque amounts of makeup. They have no understanding of the struggles in the districts. To them, the Hunger Games is just another form of entertainment. Each tribute is assigned a stylist, and Katniss is fortunate to get Cinna, a quiet and intelligent man who sees her as a person, not just a piece in the games. During the opening ceremony, he sets her on fire. Not literally, of course, but he designs a costume that bursts into flames of synthetic fire, making Katniss instantly unforgettable. From that moment on, she is no longer just another tribute. She is the girl on fire. And that, as she will soon learn, is both a blessing and a curse. The games begin, a fight for survival. The arena is a brutal, controlled environment where the capital manipulates everything. The landscape, the weather, even the availability of food and water. The careers, tributes from wealthier districts who have trained for the games their whole lives, immediately take control. They form alliances, hoard supplies, and hunt the weaker tributes. Katniss does what she does best. She disappears into the trees, relying on her survival skills to stay alive. She finds water, avoids danger, and outsmarts the capital's traps. But then she meets Rue. Rue, a fragile friendship in a deadly game. Rue is the youngest tribute, only 12 years old, from District 11. She reminds Katniss of Prim, and despite the dangers, they form an alliance. Rue is small but clever. She climbs trees effortlessly and knows how to survive off the land. Together, they create a strategy to destroy the career's supplies, weakening their advantage. But the capital doesn't want alliances. They want tragedy. Rue is killed by another tribute. Katniss, devastated, covers her body in flowers, sending a message to the capital. Rue was not just a player in their game. She was a person, and the districts are watching. Defying the capital, the ultimate rebellion. When the game makers change the rules, allowing two tributes from the same district to win, Katniss finds Peeta. He is wounded, barely alive. She cares for him, playing up the romance for the cameras, knowing that their love story is keeping them alive. But in the end, the capital tries to force them to kill each other. Katniss outsmarts them. She and Peeta threaten to eat poison berries, leaving the capital with no victor at all. Faced with losing their grand finale, the capital declares them both winners. But Katniss knows the truth. She has defied the capital, and the rebellion has begun. Stay tuned for more enlightening content. Head over to www.mybooksummary.com. Don't forget to subscribe and share the magic with friends. And let's grow together through the power of books and interesting stories.